afternoon, everybody. So we will go ahead and call the Washington County Parcel Map Review Committee meeting of Thursday, October order. We'll start with Don determining the form for, please.
Okay. Larry Chesney,
Present.
James English, or Wes Rubio are absent. Tim Simpson,
Here,
Wayne Handrock,
present.
Dale Way,
Present.
Eric Young.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Donna, and thank you, everybody, for being available today. Appreciate it. We'll move on to the ethics law announcement. Nate?
Yes, hold on just a second.
Sure, take your time. Thank you.
All right. Committee members are reminded that if with respect to any matter or any person coming before the committee today, 1, you have received a gift or loan. 2, you have a pecuniary interest. 3, you have a commitment in a private capacity, such as a family, employment, business, or similar relationship. Or 4, you provided representation or counseling before an agency to a person or entity for compensation within the last year on a matter being considered today. Then you must disclose that gift, loan, interest, commitment, or prior representation at the time the matter is being considered. And you must furthermore abstain from deliberation or voting on the matter if it is clear that the gift, loan, interest, commitment, or prior representation would materially affect the independence of judgment of a reasonable person. Committee members are also reminded that under Parcel Map Review Committee rules, if you have had any contact outside this meeting with any persons interested in a matter coming before the committee today, you should disclose the nature of that contact at this meeting.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that. We'll move on to agenda item number 3, the appeal procedure. Most decisions rendered by the Parcel Map Review Committee are appealable to the Board of County Commissioners. If you disagree with the decision of the Parcel Map Review Committee and you want to appeal its action, you may do so in writing within 10 calendar days from the date that the decision being appealed is signed by the Secretary of the Parcel Map Review Committee and mailed to the original applicant in the proceeding being appealed in accordance with Washoe County Code. Please call the planning staff immediately at 328-6100 for information on the appeal procedure and application fee. We'll move on to see if we have any general public comment today.
We have no public comment.
All righty then, we'll move on to agenda item 5, action to approve this agenda. I have no need to move it around. Donna, is everything, as far as you know, everybody's available? No need to change the agenda? Okay, do I have a motion to approve this agenda?
I moved, Chesney moved to approve the agenda.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That passes unanimously. Thank you. We'll move on to approve the June 11th draft minutes. That might seem like it's been a little while. Don't reckon we've come together since summer, early summer. Does anybody need a change to those minutes? Are we ready to approve those?
Chesney moved to approve the draft minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That passes unanimously as well. So we'll move on into the meat of the meeting today. Number 7, project review items. The public hearings. Number A, tentative parcel map case number WTP M20-0006. Who do we have doing that for us today? Oh, that's Mr. Pelham.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. For the record, Roger Pelham with Washoe County Planning. Can you hear me?
Barely.
No.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Perfect.
Is this better?
That's great.
Okay.
That works. Thank you, Roger.
For the
Appreciate
record,
that.
Roger Pelham with Washoe County Planning. Tentative parcel map case number WTPM 20-0006 for Bannockburn. This is division of a 10.5 acre parcel into 4 parcels of about 2.5 acres each. This is down in the forest area plan. This is straightforward. There is existing infrastructure and existing roadways to serve these parcels. There are probably just 2 items of interest that are sort of out of the ordinary, and that is, one, this is a steeply sloped parcel, or at least portions are steeply sloped, and staff has worked with the applicant with conditions of approval to require that building envelopes be placed on each of those, and the deed restrictions limit development only to the flattest portion on each of the 4 parcels. And the other item of note is that planning did not receive conditions of approval from engineering on this one. It is my understanding that engineering will have those conditions of approval to present to the committee. And when you make your decision, assuming it is an approval, I would ask that you include the conditions of approval from engineering as well, with those included in the staff report. With that, I am available for any questions that you might have.
I appreciate that, Roger. Thank you very much. This is Eric. Roger, I'm going to ask real quickly, does the establishment of building envelopes change the setbacks? Are the setbacks shown on the parcels? Is it like an actual building envelope? How are, as we're moving forward, how are we going to be able to review that for an actual building permit?
Certainly. These building envelopes are greater than the required setbacks in all cases. There is 2 ways that we should be able to know that, to be aware that these building envelopes exist. One, a deed restriction is required, which would alert any potential developer later on, any potential home builder, as well as these are going to be shown on the parcel map itself. So when we do a review for a building permit, one of those 2 should trigger the fact that we look at this and that we know that those more restricted building envelopes are in place.
Thank you very much. I'll bring it to the rest of the committee. Does anybody have anything they'd like to bring up on this?
I do. This is Wayne Vandrock, representing engineering. We have a couple of comments that didn't make it into the staff report. They're all fairly boilerplate comments. The first one is comply with the conditions of Washoe County's technical map check. 2, the applicant shall submit a letter from a PLS certifying the roadway improvements are within the documented access and do not exceed the 14% gradient. 3, place a note on the map stating that the natural drainage will not be impeded. 4, provide pardon me?
You're good, keep going.
4, provide evidence of documented access for parcel 3 that favors the applicant. The 2 documents shown appear to be private easements. 5, add the following note to the map: all properties, regardless if they are located within or outside of a FEMA designated flood zone, may be subject to flooding. The property owner is required to maintain all drainage easements and natural drainages and not perform or allow unpermitted or unapproved modifications to the property that may have detrimental impacts to surrounding properties. That's it.
Thank you, Wayne. I have a question for you, Wayne. Is that, you said they were fairly boilerplate. Those sound exactly boilerplate. Is there anything different about those from what we'd normally read? Because those sound like what we would normally read.
They are very normal.
Okay.
The only one that got added that is just slightly conditional was a 14% grade on the driveway, but
I see that sometimes.
yeah,
right,
it's because
right.
it's a
Okay.
steep site. It's all just making sure that the roadway up to the back parcel can be built at that
And my second question is, do you know if the applicant has had a chance to see these conditions?
I believe they were sent to them, but I am not absolutely positive on that.
Okay. Anybody else on the committee? Yes, fire.
Yes, Dale Wade, Truckee Meadows Fire. The 14% is only with fire code official approval. Fire code states 10% is the maximum grade. So I'd rather that be the, well, it's already stated on there as the conditions from fire, that 10%.
You're right, without basically an alternate means and methods being submitted to and approved by the fire code official.
Okay. And I think, Roger, the applicant has almost certainly seen fire's comments?
Yes, they have. They were provided with the staff report.
Right. Anybody else out, Tim, anything?
No, I'm not seeing any comments from the health district. I think that, I don't know that it needs to be conditioned, but it may be appropriate that they, adhere to all Washoe County Health District codes and regulations too, so.
Roger, can you comment on the absence of comments from health?
Certainly, and what I would say is this, I tend to agree with the sentiment, but as a general matter of policy, we don't condition code. If code already requires something, it doesn't need that condition. They have to get approval from health regardless.
Okay.
Has that been communicated to them that they may have some things to do with health that aren't reflected in this particular approval?
I would prefer to defer that question to the applicant.
Yeah.
Is the applicant with us today, Donna?
I don't have any problems approving the parcel map.
Sure.
I believe that the health district has a signature on the final map,
Yep, they do.
so.
They do.
I'm comfortable.
Okay. So you see that they're on.
Who you harassing today over there?
Oh, I had some questions from that.
There we go.
What's going on with Austin?
Well, that's part we're trying to get started. Yeah, we don't have our permits yet, but I think we've finally got everything.
I'm not sure how.
Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, we can hear you now.
Hi, this is Robert LaRiviere. Yes, I've reviewed the comments that Roger Pelham has sent us, and we're fine with them.
Okay. And you heard the discussion that although there are no comments from the health department, they may have some regulations that impact your project nonetheless?
Yes, I'm aware of that, sir.
All right. And you understand, did you happen to receive comments from engineering that we heard from Wayne here a few moments ago?
Yes, I have his red lines. We've already addressed those. That's correct.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for getting all that out on the table. I appreciate it. Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss with us on your project?
No, I appreciate your time and understanding on this project, and it's a challenging project, but we're looking forward to moving forward on it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Donna, do we have any public comment from the public on this? Anybody else?
We have no public comment.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll bring it back up here to us. I'm ready for a motion on this. Is anybody ready for a motion?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Chesney, I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained in the staff report and the information received during the public meeting, that the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approve parcel map case number WTPM 20-0006 for Todd Ganos, subject to the conditions of approval included as Exhibit A, with the staff report and make the determination that the following criteria is or will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Code Section 110.606.30.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Wayne Handrock, second.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Yes, yes.
this is Roger Pelham again.
Yep, I got you, Roger.
Would the maker of the motion care to clarify that that includes the additional conditions as provided by the engineering division?
Okay, yes. I wish to include the additional provisions provided by the engineering staff at the meeting.
Thank you very much.
And add those to the staff report.
And the second?
Wayne Handrock, re-second.
Thank you so much to both of you and to you, Roger. And we have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes unanimously. Thank you so much for your participation and cooperation on that one. Let's move to 7B, tentative parcel map case number WTPM 20-0008. And on this one, we have Mr. Pelham again. Roger, what can you tell us about this one?
Good afternoon again, Mr. Chairman. For the record, again, Roger Pelham with Washoe County Planning. This is a parcel map in the Sun Valley area. This is very straightforward, dividing 2 acres of land into 4 parcels of approximately a ½ acre each. This is adjacent to developed infrastructure and roadways on 2 different sides. There is virtually nothing unique to say about this one. Utilities and infrastructure are in place. Again, we did not receive the conditions of approval from the engineering division. I believe they will again be bringing those to this meeting. The zoning is medium density suburban, which allows for parcels as small as 12,000 square feet. These are more like 23,000 square feet. So meets all of the minimum criteria for the zone. With that, I'm available for any questions you might have.
Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Does anybody on the committee have any questions for Roger?
This is Wayne Handrock. I do have the comments from engineering, and they are strictly boilerplate. One is comply with the conditions of the Washoe County technical check for this map. 2, grant easements for snow storage and signage. And 3, add the following note to the map. All properties, regardless if they are located within or outside of a FEMA-designated flood zone, may be subject to flooding. The property owner is required to maintain all drainage easements and natural drainages, not perform or allow unpermitted or unapproved modifications to the property that may have detrimental impact to surrounding properties. And that was all we had for comments.
Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate that. Anybody else? None? Is the applicant available, Donna? Is that Mr. Pezzanello?
Mr. Bath or Ponzanella, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. If this is Ron Bath, the applicant representing Ray Pezzanella.
Howdy, Mr. Bath. Is there anything you would like to add to the discussion today about this?
No, sir, we find the conditions acceptable and approve them as designed.
Okay, thank you. Donna, do we have anybody from the public today? Any public comment?
We have no public comment.
All right, then, this one seems about as straightforward as they come, everybody. Do I have I'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion on this. Do we have a motion on this one?
To the chair, Commissioner Chesney. I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained in the staff report and the information received during the public meeting, that the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approve parcel map number WTPM 20-0008 for Ray Pinzella and Charles Ferramo subject to the conditions of approval included as Exhibit A with the staff report, and make the determination that the following criteria will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Code Section 110.60630. In addition, I would like to include the engineering conditions as stated at this meeting in this motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chesney. Do I have a second?
Wayne Hadrack, second.
Thank you to both of you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
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 All opposed? That passes unanimously. Thank you so much. We'll move on to item 7C. Tentative parcel map case number WTPM 20-0007. And today we have Julie Olander with us today. Ms. Olander, what can you tell us about this project?
Good afternoon, Julie Olander with Planning and Building. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward parcel map also. It's dividing a 1 acre parcel that's located on Moon Lane, which is off of Kivett, which is off of Geiger Grade. So the 1 acre parcel is being divided evenly into 2 parcels of 21,850 square feet. And that's pretty much it. I have all the conditions are included in this one, and it meets all the code requirements. So if you have any questions, you can ask away.
Thank you, Julie. I have no questions for you on this one. Does anybody on the committee have anything to bring up on this one?
Yeah, Julie, is this, has this got utilities connections to it?
So
Are they
it
septic?
has water, but it would be septic. And they would have to, I think there's a comment from, I have to look real quick, there's a comment from water in there, but, so they'd have to be brought in, but I'm pretty sure that that's in there. Oh, the water, where's the water? Yeah, so the comment from Vahid was, shall contain Temwa's notes regarding all conditions necessary to the provision. So they would have to get water rights through Temwa and meet that condition before development. Are there any other questions?
Tim, looks like you're looking at it. Tim, do you have a question on this?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Wayne?
Nope.
All right. So they're grandfathered in on their lot size for septic?
I didn't get any response back from Health on that, in the sense that they were grandfathered in or not. I would believe that they would just have to, Health did look at these plans, and the only comment I got back was they have to meet Washoe County health requirements. So they did not provide any specific direction on that.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Is the applicant available, Donna?
I don't see a hand raised, so I don't believe so.
His name is Nick, or,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon.
Hi, Nick. Do you have anything you'd like to discuss about this project?
No, sir, but I'm available for any questions if anybody has any.
Have you discussed the ability to put septic on these parcels with the health department?
Yes, I spoke to them back in January, and they said they would be reviewed in the future when I submitted an application to build, but based upon the distance from any sewer lines, they were inclined to say that a septic would work.
Okay. And Julie, the comments that we have from health are very standard, so.
Yes, they're very standard.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Nick. Is there anything, nothing else you'd like to discuss on this?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Donna, anybody from the community have anything to say?
We have no public comment.
Thank you so much. All right, then I'll bring it back to us for a possible motion. Whose turn is it today?
Okay, through the chair, Commissioner Chesney.
Yes.
I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained within the staff report and the information received during the public meeting, that Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approve parcel map case number WTPM 20-007, 0007 for Komodo Holdings LLC, subject to the conditions of approval included in Exhibit A with the staff report, and make the determination that the following criteria is or will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Section 110.606.30.
All right, thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Wayne Hendrick, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That passes unanimously. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Olander and Nick. Thank you for participating. We'll move on to 7D. Tentative parcel map case number WTPM 20-0009. And that is Mr. Kalan. What can you tell us about this one?
This is a request to divide a 24.02 acre parcel into 4 parcels, 2 parcels of 4 acres, 1 parcel of 8.83 acres, and 1 parcel of 7.1 acres, or 19 acres. This is pretty straightforward. It meets the minimum lot size for medium density rural. There are only 4 allowed lots there. There are only 4 lots proposed. Meets the minimum lot size and minimum lot width. The only issue that is slightly out of the norm is the fact that there is general rural zoning on this parcel. However, the split of these parcels do not affect the size of the general rural, so it keeps the existing legal nonconformance the same. Staff recommends approval with conditions in Exhibit A. Available for any questions.
Thank you, Dan. And I'd like to add that situation of having some split zoning where there is some small amount of general rural that generally depicts some form of development constraint, but the ability to go ahead and parcel that down smaller, it's always been the county's policy to allow that as long as those conditions you mentioned are met, that we don't increase the nonconformity, so to speak. So that's not an uncommon situation, but it is worth noting that it's on there. Anybody on the committee have anything to ask about this one? Nothing? Is the applicant with us today?
I believe it would be Steve.
Okay, let me unmute him.
Hello, Steve, are you with us?
I'm with you.
Do you have anything you'd like to add about this project?
No, I'm here to answer any questions. I've talked to all the agencies, including septic, well, water rights, everybody, and we feel confident that we're good.
Okay, thank you. Donna, do we have anybody from the community? Any
We
public
have no
comment?
public comment.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll bring it back to the board then. Any last chance for comments or a possible motion?
Through the chair, Commissioner Chesney. I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained within the staff report and the information received during the public meeting, that the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approve parcel map case number WTPM 20-0009 for Lombardi Lane Partners, subject to the conditions of approval included as Exhibit A within the staff report, and make the determination that the following criteria is or will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Code Section 110.606.30.
Thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Wayne Handrak, second.
Thank you, Wayne. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Kwan. Thank you for participating. Steve, we'll move on to agenda item 8, legal information and updates. Nate, anything you'd like to bring to us at this point?
No, nothing today.
All right, thank you so much for participating with us, Nate. I appreciate you being out there. We'll move on
Yes,
to,
of course.
we'll move on to number 9, general public comment. Do we have any public comment?
We have no public comment.
I think I'll just take a moment of this public comment to thank everybody on the board for showing up. I mean, sometimes you sit here and don't say a thing, sometimes you do. It's still important to be here. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to read out a motion and to make a second, to pay attention to know whether somebody has submitted comments or not. So I just want to say thank you to everybody on the committee for your close participation. If we don't have any further general public comment, I'll move on to adjournment. So we're adjourned. Thank you so much.